Hey everybody, I am a few minutes late. I almost went live on my personal Facebook by accident, but I am here now and I know I'm in the right place. Make sure you say hi when you pop in so I know I'm not alone. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about Facebook parties today. I have been doing a lot of them lately, and I have some pretty good tips and advice to share with you. Hey Kelly. All right, so I'm just gonna introduce myself first. I can see a whole bunch of people are popping on, so I know I'm good, I'm live. Hey Holly. My name is Trista. I am a star director. I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. We call it Winter Peg, though right now the weather's actually decent. But last week, was it last week? We were like minus 45 Fahrenheit. It was cold. I have been a Scentsy consultant for almost 12 years. It'll be 12 years in April. I have 3 daughters. They are 13, almost 11, and 8. I have a wonderful husband. I have a giant dog and a hairless cat. I have a bit of a plant obsession, as you can kind of see behind me. Hey, Jessica. All right. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit today about Facebook parties. There has been a lot of talk, especially recently, that Facebook parties are dead. And that is totally not the case. And I'm going to show you how to do them in a very, very simple, easy, duplicatable way that's going to make them fun and exciting, not just for you, but also for your hosts and your guests. So I didn't even really finish introducing myself very well. I was supposed to tell you about my business. I've been a Scentsy consultant for 12 years, almost 12 years. I am a star director right now. I promoted to director about 2.5 years into my business, and that was totally not really expected. I was already with a different direct sales company when I discovered Scentsy, and I had already kind of decided that I wasn't really a whole lot good at it. I wasn't doing very well with that business, but I discovered the product. I got my very first Scentsy warmer and totally fell in love with it and figured it would be a great thing if I could make some extra cash, but worst case scenario, I'm just gonna get myself some more Scentsy. I really didn't have high expectations for it. So it took me about 2.5 years of working my business while I was working full time with a 1-year-old at home to promote my business to the point where I was able to promote to director. I was able to quit my 9-to-5 job right after I hit director. I was actually on maternity leave with my second daughter when I hit director for the first time. So I was able to call my boss and tell her I wasn't coming back after that maternity leave, which was really, really exciting. I worked a home daycare for about 7 years from home, along with working my Scentsy business full-time from home as much as I possibly could. I have been growing and building from home for the last 9 years now. And then when all of the crazy pandemic stuff hit, home parties were my jam. I love home parties. I always get nervous before a home party, don't get me wrong, but that was like my bread and butter. I love sitting around having wine with my customers. So home parties were my jam. That was my business. That was what I did. So when the pandemic hit and everything changed, we all kind of had to shift and adjust our sails, so to speak, and learn how to continue to work our businesses in a whole different world. So I had done some Facebook parties prior to that, but not really, I wasn't really focused on them. They were just an extra thing that I was doing. So once the pandemic hit and we were stuck in our homes, I really started to focus more on my Facebook parties. So I have a template that I use when I do a Facebook party, and I'm going to share that with you guys today. It is super, super simple. I literally just wrote it in the Notes app on my phone. Before I did my very first Facebook party, I did take a bunch of things from different people who were sharing their templates for Facebook parties at the time, and I've just been editing it over the last 3 years and kind of making it my own. I have tried all of the things. Like, let me tell you, I have tried all of the things. I have tried the text parties. I have tried the QR code parties. I have tried pouch parties, cleaning bundle parties, all those little things that everybody on Facebook is doing that look amazing. I've tried them all. I keep coming back to my original Facebook party template. I don't have one for spring, summer. What I do is I edit this template at the beginning of every month so that it is current for the month that I'm going to be using it for. And then that way, all I have to do is just copy and paste it into my Facebook parties from there, and it's ready to go. So once I get a spring one, I'm totally happy to come back and share it once I've updated it for March. But the one I'm going to share with you today is going to be one that you guys can use this month in February. It's got all of the information with our current specials and our 10% off sale and all of that kind of stuff. So, but I'm getting off track. So I came up with this very, very simple template, and I keep trying to do fancier things. But I'm kind of a hot mess. And if it's too complicated, you'll lose me. I will try it. I'll give it a real good try. But chances of me sticking with it aren't very good. I was using Visly for a while for my Facebook parties, and I loved it. But I haven't had it in a while, and I'm just scheduling my posts ahead of time in my Facebook groups for my parties, and I'm totally happy with how that works. So I have actually ditched Visly, and I'm just doing this. I'll show you exactly how I'm doing it, but it's super, super simple. Like, you could not get any more simple. So Facebook parties, first of all, are not dead. It is the complete opposite. Maybe the way that you are doing your Facebook parties isn't exciting anymore, but people are shopping online. People are shopping online. People don't really want to go out and see people anymore. I feel like there are a lot of people who have kind of converted more into introverts since all of the craziness over the past few years. And shopping online, even ordering our groceries online, has just become so much more of a thing, right? And people are so much more comfortable with it now. So yes, we sell fragrance, but you can still sell fragrance virtually without them actually smelling it, if you have really, really good customer service. And I always tell people when I am doing my Facebook parties, I always say, I feel like I've gotten pretty good at helping you pick out your scents. You let me know the types of scents that you usually like, and I'm going to suggest a whole bunch for you that I think you're going to love based on that. And then I always just provide good customer service afterwards. If you're not happy with something, I'd be happy to swap it for you from something that I have on hand or whatever it might be. But that was my main concern, and I hear that a lot, is that people can't smell anything, so how are they going to buy it? They're going to buy it. It's not an issue, so don't even make it an issue is what I'm telling you. Hey, Megan. Hey, Ashley. Oh my gosh, everybody on my team is here. So Facebook parties are not dead. If you have been doing them and they're not working for you, just try refreshing it. Come up with something new. Do something you've never done before. I like to, every once in a while, I'll add a live bingo game to my basic Facebook party. If I have someone who's hosted before, and I've already used this exact template with her party before, then I might switch it up the next time I do it and add a live bingo to the Facebook party that I do. So there's different ways that you can add different aspects of fun to it and change it up to make it fresh and exciting for people. But it's really, really, really just all about having fun and being yourself. The more you show your face and the more you show your personality in those groups, the better. And then, sorry, I'm looking at my notes and I keep getting myself distracted. I usually don't have notes. I usually just talk. So my notes are actually distracting me. But anyway, have fun, be you. So I'm going to share this template with you guys when we're all done. What I want you to get from it is, I don't want you to necessarily take my template and use it exactly word for word, because those are my words coming out of my mouth. I want you to take it and I want you to expand on it. I want you to make it you. Like if I say, hey guys, I say hey guys a lot. If that's not something that you say, if you use y'all, or if you use hey lady, or whatever, you put your personality into it is what I'm telling you. I'm also going to share all of the images and pictures and stuff that I post along with this template. And again, a lot of those are my face. So use it as inspiration to create your own. Few things that I try to remember when I am doing my Facebook party template is keep it simple. People don't want to be added to a party and then they're going to be getting like 12 notifications a day because you're posting flyers and specials and flyers and specials and product. After a few in one day, they're going to just stop paying attention. And the less that they actually look at the things that you post, the less that your next posts are going to show up in their news feeds. So you're actually hurting your algorithms by posting too much too often and making your posts too salesy. You want to avoid words like, order, on sale, special, all that kind of stuff. You really want to make it more of a party and not a sales party, if that makes sense. So keep it super, super simple, not too many posts every day and not too long. I find if you let your Facebook parties go too long, you are totally going to lose people's excitement. So my template goes for 5 days. Well, it's a 5-day party. I do a live demo on the last night on day 5, quick 30-minute live video, and then the next day, so on day 6 is the day that we close our party. So I never let it go longer than a week. If we are like a couple orders short from hitting a minimum party, then I might put it over, let it go for another weekend and just post in the group, hey, our host is really, really close. We have some specials coming on Monday or whatever it might be. We're going to keep the link open. But other than that situation, I try to keep it to my 6 days and never let it go longer than a week. Interaction is key for Facebook parties. Interaction is so, so, so important. So you want to make sure that your host your host coaching your host very, very well. That is going to be the most important. Your host is the most important part of your Facebook party, because if she says, oh yeah, sure, I'll host a Facebook party, and then you add her to the group and you're posting and you're playing games and she's not commenting or liking or playing your games, if she's not interacting in the party and she's not excited about the party, her friends aren't going to care a whole lot about that party. And if she's mass inviting, if she invites her whole Facebook friends list, your party's going to get ignored. So you want to make sure that your host understands that this is like an exclusive thing. Only invite 20 or 30 people tops that you think would be interested. Don't just send out a whole mass invite. I also always suggest to my host that she sends out texts or messages to people beforehand to say, hey, I'm having this party, thought you might be interested. Do you want an invite? Ask them first before you invite them, because if they just get a random group invitation, it's going to get ignored. But if they get a message from a friend saying, hey, I'm having this thing, do you want an invite? Then they'll say, hey, yeah, sure, send me an invite. When you send that invite, they're going to click on it and look at it because they were expecting it and they knew it was coming. And so it's very, very important that your host gets how that all works. And then your host interacting in the things that you're doing within that group is also really, really important, because your host is Facebook friends with all of her guests. You necessarily might not be. By the end of the party, you will be, and I'll explain that to you. But they know her, and she is already on their friends list. So the more that she is commenting, posting, sharing pictures of her own warmers she has at home, playing along with the games, liking things, all of that is going to make your posts in your Facebook group show up on all of her friends' news feeds more. So your algorithms are very important. And really, I don't understand algorithms completely. I just know that the more that people interact, the more that group is going to show up in everybody's news feeds. So it's very, very important that your host is well coached. And there are some messages and stuff in here too that I edit and send to my hosts to help with that host coaching. So I'll show you that as well. But interaction is like the most important thing. And you don't want to have a huge group. A smaller party is actually better because it's much easier to get that interaction going with 15 or 20 people as opposed to it is with 50 or 60 people invited to a group. And please ask questions as I go, guys. I am pretty good at looking at comments. I'm going to try not to get too distracted and off track. But if you have questions, please pop them in the comments, and I'll do my best to check it. If I miss it, I'll go back, I promise, and I'll answer your question. All right. So, and again, I said this is super, super simple. I don't have a computer. Yes, I've been working Scentsy for almost 12 years and I have never had a computer or a laptop. I work completely from my phone and my iPad. A couple years ago, I got myself a fancy little wireless keyboard for my iPad and I feel all like big shot now. I'm kidding. But this is really, really, really simple. So when I share this with you, I haven't figured out how I'm going to share it yet. I think I'm going to have to post a link that you guys can click on to download the template. It's just in the Notes app on my phone, which I then imported onto my iPad. Like, it is so super, super simple. Anybody can do this. So, okay, I'm going to just take my phone and flip my camera around here so I can show you. Screen sharing would be better, but this will work. This will do the trick. There you go. Oh, and you can see me too. Hi. Okay, so this is my Facebook party template. So, and I have actually recently just figured out what I used to do is I had this template in my notes. So it's literally just the event description is there and I just enter all of my party link, my host's name, and then I copy and paste it, right? And then I have my first message to my host, and then I have my first post on day one. But I've just figured out that I can actually put all of the images that I want to share with these posts in my note as well. So before, I had these images in an album in my camera roll. And I'll show you in a second why this makes it a lot easier. So all of the images are also here. So this is my group cover photo. And then here's your group description. So host is having an online scent event. Obviously, you change that to the person's name, right? And tag them when you're doing it on Facebook. Make sure you edit your notification settings at the top so you don't miss out on the fun. I'll be sharing about our awesome fall and winter catalog products and all of our current specials and limited edition products too. Then join us for a live demo and party right here in the Facebook group on day, date, and time. By shopping online, your order will ship right to your door, and then I put the party link there, and then also watch for opportunities to earn points. Trust me, you're going to want them, and you'll want to invite friends to this one. So yes, Christy, you can. So this is my event description. So this is how I would set up the group. I'm going to go into my Facebook. I'm going to put this down for a second so you won't see anything. I just don't want to show any of my customer information, but that's just going to be me on there anyway. So I'm going to go to create a group, and I'll show you really quickly how I do this. Create. And again, this is in the Facebook app on my iPad. So if you're doing this on a computer or a laptop, it's going to look different for you. But so name the group. Let's just make it Sarah's. I'm sorry, I'm moving my phone around. You guys can't see, sorry. Online scent event. And then privacy. I always do this private, again, because you don't want a big, huge public group. You want it to be exclusive and special for the people who are invited. So it's a private group, and then I go create group. So it automatically tries to get you to invite people. I'm just going to go next and skip that. I want to set up my group first before I invite my host. So I just upload my cover photo. Now I have my album, if it's going to load. Uh-oh, come on, load. There we go. Facebook party template. There we go. So here's all of my Facebook party images are in an album on my camera roll. So I'm just going to upload my cover photo, which is, that's the old one. Where's the new one? No, I didn't do it. Okay. I didn't add it to this album properly when I edited it. Oops, I'll have to fix that. Anyway, I'll just use the blank one just to show you. Okay, and then save. Okay, so you add your cover photo. And then you click on next, and here's where you add the description. So what I do is I just split my screen with my Notes app. So every time I book a Facebook party, this is what I do. I'm going to take half an hour. This literally only takes me 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to set up the entire thing over the next 5 to 6 days and schedule out all of the posts ahead of time. Then I'm going to send an invite to my host and let her know it's ready for her to start inviting her guests. So add the group description. So I'm just going to come over here. We're just going to pretend that I already edited this and added my host's information in with their party link and all that kind of stuff. So it's really just a quick copy and paste. There's my group description. And then I go next. This, I never put promote a business because I feel like that, or buy and sell. I feel like that makes it kind of icky. I always just put meet people. And then you can create your first post, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go done. So I have a blank group with my group description and my cover photo at the top, and I'm the only person there. It's all ready to go. So here's what I do to schedule all of my posts. So I'm going to go back here. This is the message that I send to my host first, and I'm not going to take time to read this all to you guys. I'll post for you to read after, but this is the message that I send to my host after the party is ready to go. And then the next day, I usually send her another message with a simple copy and paste that she can use if she wants to post it to her Facebook. She can edit it and make it herself if she wants to, but it's just something that they can use if they want. And then I go to post one. Here we go. So post on day one. So I'm going to copy my day one post one for day one, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click on schedule. And let's say I want this party to start tomorrow. So I'll pick tomorrow and I'll pick what time I want it to post at. I usually do my first post around 9 a.m. and then kind of schedule them out a few hours apart. So we'll say tomorrow at 9 a.m. is my very first post. And then I'm just going to paste. There's my post number one. And then here's the image I want to put with it. So I just hold that image and click on copy. Again, I don't know if you can do this from a computer. This is how it works on my iPad and my phone. And then over here, I click paste and it adds the image. So I don't even have to click on the little photo button and go searching through my camera roll to find the picture. I can just copy and paste. So there's my post number one. There's my image. It's scheduled. I'm going to click on schedule. And then I'm going to go back over to here to my next post on day one. Let's play Simon Says. So I like to play games. Games are super, super important to me in Facebook parties because they really, really help with that interaction. Simon Says is like my go-to. I always come back to playing Simon Says. I've tried different games. I've tried different ways to give people points. This is always what I end up coming back to. It's simple, it's easy to keep track of, and it's fun, and it gets people to interact. So I'm going to schedule this one for tomorrow. My first post was at 9 a.m., so let's do this one at 11 a.m. Save. Okay, so Simon Says, let's play Simon Says Scentsy style. Game rules. When Simon posts, follow his instructions. The first person to do it gets 5 points, second person gets 4 points, third gets 3 points, everyone else gets 1 point, okay? So it's the easiest game to play, I'm telling you, and it is so much fun, and it gets interaction, and it ups your algorithms, and it's not selling. So it's not a product post, it's not a flyer post, you're not being salesy, you are just playing a game for fun. Okay, so that's what I post before we play Simon Says. So I'll schedule that. I'm scheduling this one at 11 a.m. So then if I go back here to the next one, this is the first round of Simon Says. So I'm just going to post round one, go, and paste it, and then copy the picture, copy. I just made these on Pic Collage really, really quickly. You can feel free to make your own, design them yourself, or use mine. So there's round one, Simon Says. So this one is Simon Says, share the last photo you took on your phone. And I'm going to have that post tomorrow at, that one was 11 a.m. So let's make this one like 11:15. I like to post the first round of Simon Says fairly quickly after the instructions on how to play because people see it and they get excited. So there's your round one. Kim, I'll go over how I track the points afterwards. So there's your round one. And then, so once this posts, the first person to comment with their photo, I just reply to their photo comment, yay, cute puppy, or I like your dog, or ooh, that looks delicious, or whatever. Make a comment about the picture to have a conversation with people, and then tell her she gets 5 points. And then the second person who shares their photo, you can reply to their photo and say 4 points, et cetera, right? So the quicker they are on your Simon Says posts, the more points they're gonna get, okay? And I'll explain the points in a second. And then, okay, so then I click schedule. So this is all I do. I just go through my whole party and just copy and paste, schedule over and over and over again until the whole thing is set up for the 5 days. Oh, it was PM. That's okay, Mary. I'm not doing it for real. This is a fake one. I'm going to delete it when we're done. But thank you for noticing. And then, just so you know, you can go back into your admin settings here, and you can see scheduled posts. So this is going to show all of my posts in order. So if I forgot something, or I think I missed something, or I copied something twice and I wasn't paying attention, you can go through them all here and just make sure that they're all kind of in the right order and see what time they're going to be posting at. Yeah, so that one was 11, so I can change it. You can click on it, you can go reschedule, and then I can change it to AM. So I just go through the whole thing and I do the whole party all at once. So I'm going to go back to my template here and just show you a little bit more. The next post on day 1 is a live. Now, this I don't schedule. Well, obviously you can't schedule a live ahead of time, but I usually just set myself a reminder. I use my Alexa. I don't want to say it in case anybody watching has one, because then they're all going to be talking to us at the same time. But I usually use her, my smart assistant in my house, to set myself a reminder. Whenever I think I'm going to have time, at noon on day 1, I'll set myself a reminder, hey, don't forget to pop in live to so-and-so's party. So I just pop in at some point during the day on day 1, really quick, 5 minutes. I don't want it to be long-winded. I don't want it to be, I want people to listen and pay attention and not, I don't want it to be too long. So quick 5 minutes, just a real quick introduce yourself. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you to our host for hosting. It's going to be so much fun. Explain quickly how the party's going to work, how you're going to do a live demo on the last night. And then ask everybody to add you as a friend. As you are watching this, please go send me a friend request. The more friends, the better. I would love to have you as a friend. This post is a how to order post. This one I like to pin to the announcements after it posts. So it's a how to order instructions. Check everything out online. We'll close the party by such and such a date. You can order online, or you can send me a message and pick it up from our host. So I don't have to go through all of these. They're kind of pretty self-explanatory. And then I share our specials on day 1. So day 1 is the most posts I am ever going to do in a Facebook party, because I'm doing the introductions and how to order and things like that. So I play 1 round of Simon Says, I do a quick live to introduce myself, and a how to order post. And then after that, and the specials. So this has all of our February specials, bring back my bar, everything's 10% off. So I'm not doing multiple posts with all of these specials at different times. I'm just putting them all there for everyone to see in one place. Almost everything is 10% off. Things are going away and saying goodbye. New warmer of the month. Check out the clearance section for some awesome deals. And then these are all of the pictures that I'm going to post with that current specials post. So that's day 1. Now we're on to day 2. So day 2, my posts are going to slow down significantly. I like to play Simon Says first thing in the day. There's 1 Simon Says every day. So this one is pick 2 scents from my website to create your new scent and give it a name. And if you guys come up with different ideas for these Simon Says, please share them with me, because I've been using the same 6 for a while and I need some new ideas. And then I ask my second post on day 2 is, do we have any Scentsy virgins? Which products have you tried? Let me know. And that's it. So on day 2, all I am posting is a question, are you a Scentsy virgin? And a Simon Says. So you'll notice that both of these posts are interactive posts. I'm not just posting, hey, we have tons of product categories, look at all the stuff we have. I'm posting, are you a Scentsy virgin? Which products have you tried? Let me know. Okay, so I'm asking questions to get more interaction from the people in my group. And it's only 2 posts a day. I'm not going crazy and I'm not driving people crazy. So post number 3, there's round 3 of Simon Says, invite a friend to our scent event and comment here when done. Day 3, I usually try to pop in live again, 5-10 minutes, nothing crazy, just to share a little bit about my Scentsy story. I like to introduce myself and share my Scentsy story ahead of time so that I'm not wasting time during our live party talking about my Scentsy story and the business experience or the business opportunity. I want to make sure that I get that in their heads before we're doing the live demo. I want to talk about it earlier on so that that can kind of be in their brains as we're going on through the week. Because I'll talk more about it later on in the template. So if I don't have time to go live that day to share my story, and I don't always, then I have a post with a little flyer in my Scentsy story that I share instead on that day. So again, it's totally up to you on how many lives you want to do. Honestly, the more times you show your face, the better. People are going to want to buy from you. They can buy Scentsy online from anyone. You want them to want to buy from you. So you want to be personable and you want them to be able to feel like they're getting to know you. And the more that they see your face, the better. And then on day 3, I share my top picks right now for a 6-pack. Which scents are you most excited to sniff? So a screenshot of your favorite 6, an image, whatever, a selfie is the best. Again, showing your face. So these were my top Bring Back My Bar choices that are still available right now. And then I'm sharing some just ideas, some 6-pack ideas. These are all Bring Back My Bar flyers of fragrances that are, well, some of them aren't available anymore, but whatever. And then a flyer about the 10% off sale on bars. Also keep in mind, I should have said this right from the bat, this is a Canadian template. All of the prices and everything that I'm showing here are going to be Canadian prices. So again, you can still use it. You just want to make sure that you go through the whole thing and edit it and make sure it's all right for what you need. Okay, so then day 4, I am giving everyone a warning. Tomorrow we party Facebook style. Here's what you need to party with us. A comfy spot, PJs and your fave slippers, your phone, tablet, laptop, whatever, and a drink and some yummy snacks. So this is just a generic image. I usually try and just go on and post a selfie with, my coffee and a bag of chips or whatever it is I'm going to be snacking on that night. But you can make that however you want to make it. So the first post on day 4 is tomorrow we're partying. And then I talk about the whiff box and I put a picture of what's coming in the current whiff box so far. And Simon Says. So only 3 posts on day 4, okay? This post is a real quick reminder post, and I like to set myself a reminder again on my smart assistant, we'll call her, 30 minutes before this post is scheduled so that I know, okay, this post is going to be posted right away. I need to go in and send the messages before it posts. So this post says all of our group members have now been sent a message explaining how the points are going to work and what they're for. So again, because using points and giving away prizes is a personal special, it doesn't matter if your Facebook event is private or public or whatever. If you're talking to more than one person when you post it, it's a personal special and you can't do that publicly. So I send them a message. So this image goes up, check your messages. And then it also says if we're not Facebook friends yet, be sure to check your message requests so you don't miss it. And this is the message that I send. Message to all guests. So I have marked all of the messages with a little purple heart, so they're easy to find. The message to my guests says, hey, thanks for joining our group for so-and-so's scent event. Looking forward to seeing you for the live party tomorrow night at 9. Here's how the points are going to work. You will earn 10 points for joining us live in the Facebook group for the live party at 9. I will tag you so you get a notification to watch. Now, I do tag everyone. I use the @everyone tag. That is the only time in the entire Facebook party I'm going to tag everyone is when I go live so that they don't miss it. Otherwise, I find people just think it's annoying. And then it says all comments and questions during the live party will get you points. The more questions you ask, the better. And you'll also get points for playing along with our Simon Says game, and 10 points for each guest you invite who attends the live party, and 10 bonus points if that guest places an order as well. So message your friends and send some invites. I also mention, be sure to ask them before you send them an invite to the group, and then let me know who you invited so I can make sure to add your points. The guest with the most points at the end of the party will earn a prize. Our prize for this party will be a free fragrance flower of your choice. I love using fragrance flowers for free gifts. You'll notice I added to be added to your order of $30 or more before tax and shipping. That is really important because if they win the prize, that's awesome, but you want them to have an order with the party that you're going to add that prize onto. You don't want to just give somebody something for free if they're not ordering with the party. So I like to add that. And I mean, a free fragrance flower, it's a $21 value. You're getting a $21 product on top of your $30 order. I think that's a pretty sweet deal. So nothing is free, but it is free, right? When I close the party, what I do is I order that fragrance flower for the points winner with my perpetual party reward. So I only pay half price for it and they get to pick the scent. And then it just comes with their order and I don't have to do anything extra for that prize. This is not pay to play, Mary. Nope, it's not pay to play. Not at all. We're not playing any games. There's no random draws. You are earning points by playing games. So it does not count as a pay to play. You can do giveaways. You can't do pay to play, and it has to be in private messages. So I am not posting this. This is a private message to all of my guests in the party. And again, if you have any questions or you're not sure about that, you can definitely check out the compliance section of your workstation for trainings and FAQs with what you are allowed to do on Facebook and what you're not. But this is only done through messages and private conversations. Okay, so keep your eye on the scent event and make sure you join us at party time. See you then. And then day 5 is party day. So my first post is tonight we party. Make sure you join us back here in the group at 9. It'll be a blast. And I post a party day pic. Round 5, last one of Simon Says. Tell me what the first Scentsy product you tried was. If you're a Scentsy virgin, tell me what you're most excited to try. And then we start our countdown to the party. So 30 minutes before the party, I give them a 30-minute, it's almost time. And then 5 minutes before the party, we're 5 minutes away, roll call. Who's here and ready to learn more about Scentsy? Let's have some fun. Comment with a GIF of how your day went today. Remember, participation earns you points. And then I just post a little roll call picture, and then I make sure that I put my own GIF of how my day went in the comments too. And then make sure you're commenting on everybody's comments because it's really fun. Some people, this can be a really, really fun little game to play. And you can kind of have chit chats about how your day went. You know, like if I was in the car with the kids all day, I'll post a GIF of like, you know, a mom driving trying to rip her hair out or whatever. So this can be a lot of fun and a really, really good icebreaker to get people sort of talking and interacting with each other right before you start your live demo. And then it's party time. So, okay, here we go. It's party time. Please join us and make sure to comment and say, hey, so that I know you're here. I'm going to flip my camera around for this part because I've been holding it for a long time. So the live demo part that I do, I keep it really light and fun. I don't do like a presentation. I used to have a display behind my desk when I did Facebook parties. So I had a full-size warmer and a mini warmer and an oil diffuser and all of that kind of stuff behind me. And I would show each one. I have totally changed how I do that now. Number one, because I don't have a display in my house anymore. I'm trying to scale back and keep it very, very minimal. So my dining room is where I work all the time. This is where I sort my orders. This is where I sit on my iPad and do my emails and all that kind of stuff. So this is essentially my office. I don't necessarily have a display, but what I like to do is just walk around my house with my phone and say, okay, I'm going to show you my warmers. This is the one I have in my living room. This is why I love it. Here's some tips and tricks. This is how I change my wax and show them how to change your wax. This is the scent I'm using right now. I love this new smell. This is how a mini warmer works. This is a mini warmer on a tabletop base. I have a deluxe diffuser in my daughter's bedroom. I use it at night for her just with water without even any oil in it because she gets nosebleeds in the winter and it's made a big difference. So I'll go into her room and I'll show, this is my deluxe diffuser on my daughter's bedroom shelf. This is how it works. And then I'll go and show the air purifier that I have in our family room and how it works. So you don't have to talk about everything in the catalog. You don't want to go through every product we carry. What I usually say is we have so many amazing products in our catalog now. We are not just warmers and wax anymore. if I was to tell you about everything we carry, we'd be here for like 3 hours. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm just going to take you around my house and show you some of my favorite things. If there's anything that you've seen when you were shopping online that you're curious about, let me know. There's a good chance I have it here and I can show it to you. But I'm just going to show you my few favorite things. And then when we're done with the live demo, I'm going to go ahead and post information about each of our product categories with pictures from the catalog, so it'll explain every product we carry and why I love it. So if you have questions about those specific products at that time, you can ask questions on those posts. So that is the only time I post product information, is after I do the live. I try my best to keep conversations going with people who are watching. If there's only 2 or 3 people there, that's totally okay. You still want to do it, even if no one shows up. And believe me, I have had Facebook parties where no one has showed up, not even the host for the live demo. Do it anyway. Just walk around your house and show your favorite things, because that live is going to be there for people to watch the replay later. And you might not have anybody watching you at 9 p.m. Thursday night, but maybe Friday at lunch break, 3 of them had time to pop in and watch the replay, right? So do it anyway. Don't let it discourage you. Just do it anyway so it's there. And sometimes Facebook parties flop. All parties can flop. You can have a host who doesn't do a whole lot. You can just have not very many people interested. It doesn't matter how many people are there. It doesn't matter how many orders you get. It's really, really all about the relationships that you are building with people. So even if your host wasn't paying a whole lot of attention or interacting very much, if she invited 2 people and you ended up having some good conversations with one of those 2 people, then you've got yourself a new connection, right? So it's always worth it to do these things, even if it doesn't turn out to be an amazing sales party. It's always worth it to expand your network and meet new people. And the more you talk about the business and the products that you sell, the better, and the more practice you get at it. So don't let it get you down if you have one that's a flop. Everybody has them. It's totally okay. Yes, Christy, lives are so important. And honestly, I know some people are so weird and nervous about going on camera. I get like sweaty palms and shaky hands every single time I do it right now, but I do it anyway. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. And I find it's a lot easier for me if I'm having conversations with people in the comments. So I'm not one to just talk and talk and talk and then go back to the comments later. I like to pay attention to the comments, even though sometimes that gets me totally distracted and off track of what I was saying. I like to have conversations with people. So the more you can chit chat with people and make it personable and make friends, the better. And don't feel bad about your house being a mess. Like seriously, my house is a disaster right now. Don't feel bad about that, because you are a real person and people will appreciate that you are being real. If your kids are running in the background, or if your dog starts barking, or like whatever, it doesn't matter. That's totally okay. Okay, I totally went off on a tangent there. But anyway, so the 30-minute live, I feel for me has been the most important part of doing these Facebook parties and having them successful, because that is where I get to really kind of connect with the people in that group. And even if only a few people watch my live, if they rewatch it the next day, there's a pretty good chance they're going to comment with some questions, and I can continue to have those conversations with people in the comments of the live afterwards. You're obsessed about people not seeing your messy house. It bugs me too. I will like strategically hold my phone. You know, I don't want them to see the boxes down there, so I'll just walk like this past them. But yeah, don't feel bad about it, because nobody has a perfect house. And if they do, they're not showing you everything. Okay, so that's how I do the live, 30 minutes. And when I'm booking the party, I always make sure to ask my host, what night of the week is better for you just to be online to watch the live demo part? Because you being there watching it is going to be really, really important. So I want to make sure it's on a time that works good for you. So make sure that you set that up in a time where your host knows when it's happening and they can be online with you, so that they can be commenting and tagging their friends in the comments and having conversations with their friends. You know, oh, hey, so-and-so, I know you would love this warmer, or whatever. The more they interact with you, the better. So that's how I do that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my template. Now the sun is shining and you can see all the awful fingerprints on my iPad. All right, so, oh, okay, hang on. It scrolled me back up to the top. I got to go back to where we were. It's party day. Okay. So party time. Here's my live party. Sorry if this is hard to see, you guys. I hope you can see that okay. I'm going to unplug it so I can move it out of the sun. That doesn't really help. I'm going to share it, so it's okay. It'll be all right. So after I go live, I post all of my product line posts. I don't have fancy flyers for my product posts. All I use, you guys, are images from the catalog. So I go into my camera roll and I'm going to go down just in case you see something you're not supposed to see, because those are my personal photos, albums. Okay, so I have an album of just the catalog, like the entire PDF catalog. Every time we have a new catalog release, I go through it and I take screenshots of each page. So I have the entire fall winter catalog on my iPad in an album. And I've already done with this with the new spring catalog too, so that's ready to go when I start to have spring parties. I have all of the catalog images here. This is really handy to have, especially on your phone. If you're talking to somebody or texting somebody, or somebody asks a question in your VIP group about a certain product, guys, the catalog has all of the information you need. The prices, the bulb sizes, all of the fragrances. Like, we don't need to be making fancy flyers like these extra ones that somebody else made that I have down here. We can just use pages from the catalog. So what I do when I'm posting my product posts is I go one product at a time, and I usually schedule these to start posting right after my live is done. So I'll schedule them to start. If I'm doing my live at 9, I'll schedule the first product post to go at 9:30, and then at 9:40, and then 9:50, and then, so I just post them back to back, one right after the other. And I tell them when I'm doing the live that I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna share all of the product posts all at once, so they're all here in the group for you guys to come and look at later. So I have each product category here, and again, it's just a simple copy and paste with, so that's all the laundry stuff, here's all the clean stuff. So I don't have those catalog images saved in this document yet. I just haven't gotten to putting them there. I just use them out of that album, but just catalog pages. That's all I'm sharing. So if I'm sharing about the clean products, I'm just going to share the 2 pages of clean products from the catalog with it, and that's it. If you want to, you can go back through these posts and add the party link in the comments of each product post and link it directly to that product page in the party, so that if they're looking at the laundry stuff and they're curious, they can just click on the party link in the comments and it'll take them to the party page where all the laundry stuff is listed, right? So there's lots of ways that you can kind of make this your own. So those are all of the product posts. I go through everything: body, fragrance, flower, pets, air purifier. And then after the party, usually 15 minutes after, because I want to try and do it when people are still online and they're still on their phones, is I post a game. So a quick game for you. Choose a gift and comment your color, and I will private message you to let you know what it's for. So this is just an image I found on the internet, and I've been using the same image over and over again, but again, you can make your own. So they just have to pick green, pink, or orange in the comments. And then this is actually a booking game. So when people comment what color they want to pick, I'm going to send them this message. Thanks for playing our gift game. Here's how it works. Each gift represents a free gift. When you book your own Facebook Scent event, you will get this gift as an extra on top of the awesome free and half price rewards from Scentsy. And then I just input it. So pink is a free whatever. And this is a gift that they're going to get once you are submitting their party order. So you're not giving them to this now just for booking it. You're going to let them know, awesome, I'm so happy, can't wait to have your scent event. Thank you so much for booking it. When we submit your party order, you can choose the scent for your free whatever it is. And again, you can use your perpetual party rewards to get these, and it's a business write-off as well. So again, this is a private conversation only because it's a personal special. So you post the gift and you ask them to pick a color, and then you private message each person and let them know what the gift represents. And also, it's really good to let them know that when they book their own, their original host is going to get an extra half price item when they shop from their party. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. So that's how I do that game right afterwards. This one says 20 minutes after the party. Sometimes I post this one the next morning. Again, it's totally up to you, and it depends on how late at night, how late in the day I'm doing the party. I don't want posts to be going until 11 o'clock at night, so sometimes I move these to the next morning. But this one is an after the party post with a thank you, and I always tag my host in my thank you post. If it wasn't for awesome people like you, I couldn't do what I do, and I love, love, love what I do. Truly appreciate your support in my little business. And then I share my VIP page link if they want to join my VIP group, and a thank you image. And then the next day, so now our party is over, and this is on to day 6. This is the day that we're going to close the party. So the first one that I always post on the next day is one last chance at points. I seriously have the best job ever. Ask me a question about my business. There are no silly questions, and each question is a point. This is my favorite post of the whole template, you guys. This one always starts some really, really great conversations and kind of gets some seeds planted, I think, in people's heads without having to go and ask them individually if they have any questions about the business. This way it's for points and it's a fun game, but it really lets you share the business opportunity in a very personal way that's not salesy or pushy. We have some wicked supersized starter kit options this month that you're even able to earn for free if you'd like to start making some money with Scentsy for yourself. And then I'll post and tag the person with the most points by noon today. Good luck. And then I share some pictures. So here I like to share selfies and some trip photos from some of our Scentsy trips, and then the starter kit image. So I just have a bunch of my pictures and then pictures from some of our Scentsy trips. So this all kind of goes into a really cute little album when you post it all together on Facebook, right? And then the business kit for February. This is a really, really good post to get your host thinking as well about how it works. And she just had a really awesome party and it was super fun, and her friends are probably really excited about it. So this is a really good time to kind of get that idea in her head. Your hosts are going to make your best new team members because they already love it enough. Their friends love it enough. Your host is the first person that you want to get excited about the business. So then at noon that day, again, I set myself a reminder to post this one rather than schedule it ahead so that I can tag the person. But this is where I'm tagging my winner. So the next day after, I usually give this one last chance at points post a couple hours to kind of go through and have everybody have a chance to ask questions. And then I will go in and I will count the points. And I just scroll through the event from the bottom all the way to the top. And I usually just jot it down on a piece of paper, to be honest, with a pen, and write down the people's names and then just keep track of how many points. So every time they commented, I put a little tick next to their name. If they played Simon Says, I'll put a little 5 or a 4 or a 3 or whatever, and then add them all up. So I tag the person who had the most points with this drum roll please image, and then I private message them and let them know they won our prize and they can pick their fragrance flower scent. So again, be very, very careful you're doing this within compliance. You can't do anything publicly with personal specials. It all has to be private messaged. So I didn't say you get to pick your free prize or anything. All I say is our points winner is, and I will private message you, right? And then the last post on day 6 is a party poll. So how's your shopping going? Comment your answer. Remember the party closes tonight, so they can comment if they've already placed or if they're ordering soon. This will also give you a good idea of who you need to follow up with, or someone might still need some help or have questions. 30 minutes before I'm closing the party, I'll post a last reminder that we're closing it with the link to the party to shop if they still want to shop last minute. And then this one I only post after I've talked to my host about the host exclusive kit. Because, like I said, your host is going to be your best new team member. So you want to offer your host the opportunity to flip her party and grab that exclusive kit with her host rewards first. If you've already talked to your host about it and they've said no, they're not interested, I always like to say, do you think anyone in your group might want to grab it? Because we only have one of these kits with every party order, and if we don't use it, it's wasted. And I hate wasting them. So if you know anyone who might be interested, let me know. So if they say, oh yeah, my friend so-and-so has been talking about this, then awesome. I will message her and we can give her the kit. If she says no and she doesn't have any ideas on who to offer it to, then I would post it. that we have unlocked a party exclusive starter kit. It's only $77, again, Canadian pricing, and gets you everything you need to get started. But there's only one, so if you'd like to snag it, be the first to message me. And I'm not going to get too in depth on flipping parties and host exclusive kits, but if you find a different guest in the party who wants to grab that kit, your host still uses all of her host credits, but just make sure that you leave $1 or 50 cents left in host credits so that you can make the new consultant who's signing up your host, even though she's not actually your host, and she can get this kit and pay the $77 for the kit. So she's still getting an awesome deal. It's still a super exclusive kit, but your host still gets to keep and use all of her host rewards. So that's, yeah, I'm not going to go too into depth. I'm supposed to stick to Facebook parties, not host flipping. But anyway, that's a very, very important part. And this is kind of where it gets really exciting because you've had lots of conversations and things like that, and you've just done your live demo and everybody's all excited about it. So this is the perfect time to have those conversations. And then after the party is closed, so like day 7, the next morning after I've submitted all the orders, I like to share, thanks again to everyone who ordered. Your orders have all been placed and will arrive soon. I tag my host and I let everyone know how much credit she had free to shop with and how many half price items she had to shop with. And then she snagged herself blank worth of products for only blank. This is really, really, really fun to do. You might want to ask your host if it's okay if you share. Some people don't want that information shared, but most people are totally cool with it. But it just goes to show everyone in her group how much she got from doing the party that they all just attended. It's also going to get it in their heads that, hey, I was thinking about maybe doing a party, but wait a minute, she got $300 worth of stuff for $80. Heck yeah, I want to do a party. So that's a really important post as well. And then at the bottom, I also add, if you want to shop for free and half off for yourself, let's book your own. If you had been the consultant for this party, you'd have made blank in commission. If you're interested, message me and I can help you get started. I think it's the hydro guy in the backyard. Ty. Yeah, okay. Sorry, distracted. And again, this is like a really, really good touch point too, to keep planting those seeds about the business opportunity, because even if somebody has said they're not interested or they haven't really shown a whole lot of interest, showing them how much money they could have made doing what they just watched you do over the last week, and it was simple and it was easy and it was fun, that's going to maybe make them think more about how it might work for them. So, and that's the last post. Okay, I'm going to scroll real quick and see if anyone had any questions. We're getting on close to an hour, so I don't want to take too much more of your time. Okay, so I'm going to share the template with you. I'm going to share all of the images that I used with you guys. Give me like an hour or so to get that organized and I'll post it in the group. What program are you using for the party? I'm not using any programs. My template is just in my notes app on my phone. You could copy and paste the whole thing into a Word document or Pages or wherever you can copy and paste from. All of the images are just in an album on my camera roll, and I'm just using a Facebook group and scheduling my posts ahead of time. So there's nothing fancy here. There's no extra subscriptions you need to sign up for or anything like that. It takes me about 30 minutes every time I schedule a party to schedule the whole party out. And then all I have to do throughout the week is just keep checking back in on it every time one of my scheduled posts, so that I am reacting and commenting and having conversations in the comments with the people in the group. But like I said, I've tried all of the different fancy things and I keep coming back to this. It is the simplest way to do it. It's super fun. It doesn't stress me out. So this is how it's working for me. I hope this has helped you guys. I hope you guys can get something awesome out of this too. I'm just gonna check my notes one more time and make sure I didn't forget to say anything, because I feel like I forgot to say something I was supposed to talk about. And if I missed any questions, I'll come back and answer them later. I don't think I did. I had a quick scroll through, but and if you were doing Facebook parties differently, like I said, I like to add, if I've done this template with a host before and we are doing another party for her, then I might switch it up and add a live bingo game to the live demo, which is super, super simple. I'll tell you really quickly. I get my bingo calling cards on Amazon. These were super cheap. They're just like a deck of cards with like the bingo numbers on them. And then as I'm showing my products in my house, I'm just randomly holding up a card. The people, everyone in the party gets to pick 10 numbers between 1 and 75, and they put their numbers in the comment. And then as I'm talking, I'm holding up cards. And then the first person who gets 5 out of their 10 numbers called just comments bingo. And I give away usually a free scent circle on their order. I don't say that publicly, that's a private message, but they know beforehand going in that if they win a round of bingo, they get a free scent circle added to their order. That just makes it a little bit more fun. I find a lot of people like to play games and win prizes, so that might get you a little bit more interest in people actually watching your live demo. So there's lots of different things that you can try and change this up to make it more you, make it more fun. That's what I was gonna say. If your host decides to flip her party and sign up, I do my Facebook parties in a group as opposed to an event for this reason specifically. If your host decides to sign up as a consultant, that Facebook group that you just did their party in is now their customer group. You can add them as an admin and leave the page if they don't want you, or tell them you'll stay for a week just to make sure they're good and then leave afterwards. But you can make them an admin. They can change the cover photo. They can change the name of the group to Sarah's Scentsy VIPs. All of their customers are already there. All of their friends who've already purchased from them are already there. All of the product information is already there and saved for her to go back and check. So that is a really, really good kind of starting point where you can let your host know, well, we're flipping your party and you're getting started as a consultant. This is now going to be your customer group, and it's all set up and ready to go for you. You can also reuse your Facebook party groups. So if I had a host who did a Facebook party in November or October, November before Christmas, now we have a new spring catalog coming up. I'm gonna touch base with those hosts who had Facebook parties in the winter and say, hey, we have a brand new spring catalog. Why don't we just restart your party group and do a whole new spring, summer Facebook party or scent event or whatever you call it. But you do it in that same group. You just post, hey, we're restarting this party, change the cover photo, and all of those guests who have previously purchased and previously attended her party are all there already. I need to create a launch party today. This is perfect. Awesome. Sweet. So yeah, so again, like I said, make it yourself, make it you. The most important thing is interaction, your host's interaction, and making it authentic. You don't want to be salesy. The more you show your face, the better, and just have fun with it. And watch for the template that I will share in the next hour or so. Have an awesome day, you guys.